I know, welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. This weekend, Manchester United have to face Leicester City at the King Power Stadium, and I believe it's a very, very late game on the Saturday. It's like 7:45 on Saturday, which is, tomorrow, 23rd. So anyway, team I've gone for is kind of the same where we faced against West Brom last week. Instead of Rashford, we've got Martial, and obviously we've got Pogba back into the side, and obviously Lingard and Lukaku up top together. So let's play match then, shall we? So let's talk about last week's games, or the last couple of games that we had, because we had I'll get to the Bristol City game in a minute, but yeah. We'll talk about that in a minute. But last week we won. We beat West Brom 2-1. I went for 2-0. I think. Obviously West Brom. Obviously got a new manager in Alan Pardew and stuff like that. So I was expecting, coming away from their 0-0 draw, I reckon they would be a tough side to get a goal against, and the first goal came within the first 20 minutes actually, first 25 minutes, and it was from Lukaku again. It's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same. It was the same goal that he kind of scored against Bournemouth, and where I think it was Rashford who crossed it in. And it was a great header from Lukaku, I have to admit that. But it was a great cross from Lukaku, and he just heads it in, and that was 1-0. So then I was like, oh god, here we go. We could see a goal fest here if it's going to be like that, because they didn't attack us whatsoever. Oh, unlucky. That was a great save. I'll take the corner. So that was 1-0, and then literally, 5-10 minutes later, Lingard scored through a huge deflection. It was from a shot from outside the box. Lingard just shot, and it was just deflected past the goalkeeper, and so that was 2-0, and then Lingard, and so that was pretty much it really. First half we were in control. Bournemouth, they looked really, I don't know, they just looked really, they weren't really in the game first half until obviously second half. They got into the game a bit more. Pardew made a couple of substitution saves. He made a couple of substitutions, and it actually freshened the game up for them, and it actually got them the ball a bit better, and they did get a goal through I think it's Gareth Bale, wasn't it? It's just a weird goal. They basically just had a cross in. Oh, that should be a goal. Oh my god, how do we not score? It was just like a cross in. It was from a corner, and I think it was like it bounced around and all that, and then I think Gareth Barry just put it in. I think it was De Gea who tried to get it from the, tried to punch it out or something. He missed it completely, and then just fell to Gareth Barry, I think, in the end, and he scored. So yeah, so that was 2-1. Then going into last 10 minutes, we were poor. We didn't control the ball. They had most of the ball in possession, and yeah, we just couldn't get that final chance. We did have a chance with Rashford to make it 3. Oh yeah, there we go, Lingard with a goal. We did have a chance to make it 3. Rashford had a shot, just like a volley, and it just went wide. So that was our best chance of the second half. We kind of died down a bit in that second half, which I don't know why. We should have kept on going, and it showed that we needed to get that third goal just to make it safe for us. But we didn't in the end. But we did win the game 2-1, and it was pretty good game for Matic and Smalling. As you can see, they had their overalls increased with the form. They pretty much. I think Matic got man of the match. That's a foul, isn't it, ref, or not? I think Matic got man of the match because he basically controlled the ball. Last couple of games he hasn't had the best of games, but last weekend it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So yeah, let's go on to the midweek game against Bristol City in the League Cup quarter-final. and we lost 2-1. First half was pretty boring. I thought we were poor. We didn't control the ball. They had pretty much all the ball. They deserved the win in my case. I think we had a really different team. We had 10 changes, I think it was. We, had Romero, Rojo, Blint in midfield, which was a bit of a weird one. We had Blint in midfield. We had Rojo and Lindelof playing together. We had Shaw. We had Darmian. Oh my God! I hope he doesn't play another game for Man United. Darmian, he is so. We need to get a right back. We need to get a backup right back. If we don't get a backup right back in January, I'll be very surprised. But yeah, we are. I'm sorry, but he was so poor in that game, and it showed. That's a penalty. And he was so poor, and him and Lindelof, it didn't really work down that right hand side. So yeah, they scored through. I think it was 0-0 at half time, and then going into the second half, they scored. I think it's Brian, but I can't remember what he's. I think it's Joe Bryan, I think, who scored, and he pretty much put them away. Oh, for God's sake, I always miss penalties. Yeah, he put away their chance, and literally about 5-10 minutes later, well 15 minutes later I think, Ibrahimovic had a chance. He started the game. I thought he had a poor game personally. He wasn't really in the game until that, till that free kick. He scored a free kick, but personally I think the keeper should have saved it. It's just like a belted shot into the bottom right hand corner. Keeper should have had it really, I think, but oh, great save again. Kasper Schmeichel's keeping him in it. Yeah, so that was their goal, and then we scored through Ibrahimovic, like I said, just a free kick, blasted free kick into the bottom corner. And then late on, 92nd minute, we let them through. I think it was McTominay headed it away from the box, and then it was just a ball over the top. Rojo couldn't do anything about it. Romero, what's he doing? Comes out and makes it. I don't know why Romero came out. I think he should have stayed in the net. I think Rojo had him personally. If he stayed in the net, I reckon he would have saved the. Goal. And yeah, so they scored through Smith. Someone called Smith. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, they scored in the 92nd minute, and it was humiliating. But they deserved it. We were just poor. We had quite a strong side out as well, because obviously we had Pogba was playing, Lukaku came on in the end, Martial and Rashford were both on. I'm surprised Lingard or Mata didn't play. I know Mata played in the West Brom game, but I'm surprised he didn't bring on Mata. He brought on. He should have brought on. I think he should have not started. I think he should. I think he made the wrong decision, Mourinho, of putting Blint in midfield. I know he is a midfielder by trade, but I think he hasn't played there for quite a long time, and to put him in that midfield, I think it was a bit of a mistake, and he should have put either Herrera or put Matic in there. Obviously we didn't see Valencia, because Valencia did come off. Oh, gone in on the volley. Oh, what a goal. Valencia did come off in the West Brom game injured, but he said he was fine, so I think Mourinho saved him from this match. So I was surprised. I thought Luke Shaw did have a good game against Bristol City, but he just couldn't, get past. He just couldn't really do anything about their goals. I thought Luke Shaw was kind of our best player on the night, really. Pogba was rubbish. I mean, we did have second half. We did have a couple chances. We hit the crossbar. We hit the post. The keeper did keep him in it, I have to admit. He saved a couple of shots from Lukaku and from Ibrahimovic and Martial, I think. From Rashford, sorry. So yeah, going into this game, obviously a loss against Bristol City. Bristol City isn't the best of outcomes, but I think we can just go into this Premier League game, obviously out of the League Cup now. Obviously we were the holders, but it just, I don't know, it just makes it really hard for ourselves, I think. the confidence will be down. I think we need to win this game against Leicester City. Obviously, Leicester City themselves, I think they didn't they lose last weekend. I think they lost. Wait, did they lose? I'm not too sure. I think they won actually. No, did they win? I can't remember. No, they drew. No, yeah, they had the Man City game in midweek against. Obviously, they're in the. Yeah, they had the Man City game midweek where they lost 4-3 on penalties in the League Cup. But after that, yeah, they lost 3-0 to Crystal Palace. I was right because I remember watching it. Yeah, so that was that. Isn't that not a foul, ref? Well, that was close. So yeah, they lost 3-0. I thought they were pretty poor in that game. Mahrez and Vardy, they just tried to play the counter-attack against Crystal Palace, and you know, Crystal Palace just played. I think Wilfried Zaha got a couple of goals. So yeah, it wasn't the best of games for Leicester. So obviously they'll be. Oh, that should be a goal. Yep, that's 4. So I reckon it will be a good game because obviously both teams from a loss. Obviously they've lost twice in a row, but we do have to be careful. Obviously they do play the counter-attack football. I think it's Claude Puel, the former Southampton manager, who got them in the. I think they had a good game against Man City, obviously, but we need to be careful of them. Obviously, they are a counter-attacking side, and yeah, like I said, we just need to be wary of that, especially with Vardy, Mahrez, and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah. So I went with the team. I've gone for what the hell? Oh, cheers for the touch, and I've just passed it to. Oh, great. I think. Why did I long for it? I think, like I said, it will be hard. I think they will sit back and, you know, try and play us on the counter attack. Although I could see that should be a goal, and it is 4-1. Oh, well. Yeah, let's bring on Rashford. Why not? So obviously going into this game, obviously 2 losses. Well, they've got 2 losses. We've got a loss against our name, but. If we can keep winning in the Premier League, that's all that matters, really. Obviously, I would like to win. We would like to go through the FA Cup and win. That should be. Oh, I was going to say that should be a goal, but it wasn't. But yeah, I think this match was 6 minutes long, half length. I'm not. I'll have to rewatch it, but yeah, it's if clear that. Oh God. Yeah, so yeah, the team I've gone for, obviously, we got De Gea in net, obviously Smalling and Jones, who got rested midweek. I think they'll be playing. Obviously, we're without Bailly now as well, who's now had surgery or something, and he's going to be out for the next 3 or 4 months, for 2 to 3 months apparently. So that's a great loss. Obviously, we're going to have. Alright, we've got Lindelof and Rojo back as well, but you know, Bailly is one of our main centre backs. So we just want to keep, obviously, if we can keep Smalling and Jones fit, especially Jones, because I think Jones has been pretty good this season. So what a P-roll of shot. That's a corner. What? How's that a corner? Yeah, but yeah, it's like save. Yeah, I've kind of lost my trail of thought. Anyway, score prediction. I'm gonna go for I don't know. I reckon it might be a 1-0 game. I reckon it will be like a really boring game because obviously I think Leicester will just sit back and hopefully play for us on the counter attack. But I think we'll win 1-0. I think if it'll be, maybe I don't know. Maybe it will be 1-0 or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go 1-0. And oh wow, Martial and Lingard got 2 goals each. Yeah, I reckon it will be 1-0. I reckon it will be a boring game, and obviously United just control possession, and then obviously Leicester play on the counter attack. But then again, I could be wrong. So yeah, so I'm gonna go for 1-0 Man United. Probably Lukaku, or you know, maybe Mata with a goal. You never know. So yeah, that, yeah. Oh, let's advance. Match facts, 12 shots, 3 on target. 100% shooting actually. Right. So anyway, just to end up here, I just want to say thank you guys for 3,000 subscribers. I just recently hit 3,000 subscribers as well, so thanks for you guys, and thanks for all the likes and comments I'll be getting on my videos recently, so thank you guys for that. And don't forget, there won't be any career mode videos out next week except from the matchday live, which the next matchday live, which is Burnley, I think. Man United have to face Burnley, so that's definitely going to be a hard one for us. But yes, so look forward to that. So yeah, I'm going to actually end it here, guys. So please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to leave your score predictions below. So right, I'm going. Bye. I know, guys, thank you for watching my video. Hit me up on Twitch and Twitter, and don't forget to watch the playlist down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.